In 1804, Captain Meriwether Lewis and Second Lieutenant William Clark set out on an expedition to explore the uncharted American frontier. This is the story of what they discovered lurking in the wilds. Welcome everybody to another exciting episode, another edition of A Week in Geekdom here on YouTube. I am your host, Giovanni Menendez, and I am so excited. You just saw the snazzy new intro, brand new A Week in Geekdom for 2017. Welcome guys, welcome to another installment. And today I wanted to review something very special, and it is to review the first volume of Manifest Destiny. My gosh, this was an amazing, fun, spooky, and beautifully drawn comic. I fell in love with this. Of course, this comic is written by Chris Dingus, drawn by Matthew Roberts, and colored expertly by Owen Gianni. I hope I read that right. This is a beautiful book. It kind of reminded me, the art is very reminiscent. I don't know, even from the cover, it really reminded me of Terry Moore's work on various Image books and Marvel and all that stuff. It really reminded me of that style, but it is a very highly detailed art, a very highly detailed book, and it has sort of this cartoony feel, but at the same time it is quite graphic and anatomically correct that I really appreciate when you're telling a story that's basically out in the frontier with lots of nature, beautiful landscapes and all that stuff, and of course people of that era with all their military suits and clothing from back then. It just looks right and it feels like you're in there. It's so bright and colorful, even though there are some horrible things going on in this book, that it's really surprising. And that's one of the unique charms about this book. Now, what the heck is Manifest Destiny? Basically, in the very early 1800s, President Jefferson orders Lois and Clark on their famous expedition across the frontier of the then minimal United States to discover all those lands that were unknown at the time and interact with all the Indians, all the tribes and all that stuff, of course, with the famous Sacagawea. Basically, that's where the story diverts from realism into fantastical elements, because in this story the president has heard rumors that beyond the frontier there are mystical, weird, and just scary creatures roaming around, and he wants Lois and Clark on this secret double mission of sorts to not only explore the frontier and, you know, seek out new lands and all that stuff, but at the same time uncover just what the heck is going on, and are these rumors true? Are there monsters lurking in the dark? I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say there are a few surprises here and there. Now, the first book is called Flora and Fauna, and that is very important because that is the central theme of the book, because, well, not only does it involve with the ongoing mystery, but of course this is early America where things are so pretty and not industrialized. So it was really a breath of fresh air, if you will, to read and see all these beautiful landscapes before they're tarnished with so many cities and huge super centers and all that stuff. So I really appreciated that. Chris Dingus just writes wonderful characters. I really loved the bromance going on between Lois and Clark. It was just awesome, and these guys know each other so well. They complement each other. You know, one is very militaristic, the other is exploring all the recent encounters with wildlife, and of course this mysterious arch that they encounter, and subsequently all these fantastical creatures. It's really interesting. I really appreciated that, and I just gotta say, it's not really a spoiler, because if you know that this book is about Lois and Clark, you know that Sacagawea, and I hope I said that right, is a prominent part of the story, and she is just an utter badass. I love the character. I've only read the first volume, so I don't know how the story progresses moving forward, but what I've read, I was really impressed. The character is just such a delight. She is a badass. One of my favorite parts of the book are all her scenes. If I were to point out any negative aspects of the book, I think I would just say it ends a little bit too quickly. I wanted wanted more, and that's a good thing. This is a good comic where you're just thrown in there. You don't really need any setup. You just go along with the characters. Of course, you see everything from this different perspectives because they've got a bunch of soldiers that have enlisted and are going forward with the mission, and then you've got other people that are criminals and are trying to get their sentences cleared by doing this mission with what they think is just an exploration thing and meeting Indians and whatnot, but it turns out to be something much more horrible. There is this kind of evilness roaming around that involves flora and fauna, and it was really highly detailed. I don't want to spoil it just in case. I don't want you to see what it is because it is such an interesting and clever twist on the genre, and sometimes it can be a little spooky, but in a good way, similar to books like Hellboy and all those other comic books where like the main purpose is not to scare you, but more like, you know, let's have some fun with these themes and with these characters and all that. So I really appreciated that, and I think all of you guys will love it as well. Manifest Destiny, a short read. It's only 6 issues. I highly recommend it. It is an ongoing series, so I can't wait to read volumes 2, 3, 4 and onwards. I really recommend it. Great art, solid writing. It's over too quickly, but that's a good thing because it leaves you wanting more. So if you like Lois and Clark, if you like explorations, basically this is the frontier version of Mass Effect in early America, if that makes any sense. So yeah, let me know down below what you liked about Manifest Destiny, and tell me what you thought about the new intro, because I think it's pretty cool. Thanks again to my friend Amaudi for making it happen. You, sir, are the bomb. Thank you so much. I haven't used that phrase in a while, so there you go, 90s references. So thank you guys. As always, you can like and subscribe to our videos here on YouTube. You can click the notification bell just in case, so you know when new videos are coming up, and you can follow me on your favorite social media platform from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, and many more. Just type A Week in Geekdom and I'm there for you guys. Alright, I gotta go. I've got more books to read and actually a bunch of omnibuses and all that cool stuff, so I will catch you on our next video. Dingus, Chris Dingus.